Hello and welcome to the Stellar Minds podcast with Aniya and
Alan.
where we watch movies and shows so you don't have to.
That is correct. So what's the title of this movie?
So the movie we are discussing today is called 9 Days.
9 Days. It came out in 2020. It is rated R. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes if you have the time. All right, and this movie is actually a drama fantasy, which is, I think this is one of my favorite types of movies. Mm-hmm. But the movie is about a reclusive man that conducts a series of interviews with human souls for a chance to be born into the world. What do you think about that? About the premise of the movie?
I think it's a very good synopsis of what generally the movie is about. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it was a good start. Mm-hmm. As far as creating a movie about something that's a very creative take on movies in general. Like how did you think of that? That was pretty dope.
I really, really liked how it was almost shot kind of it seemed like dated, like kind of vintage. Mm-hmm. It didn't seem like it was presently in the same time that the lives that they were watching were in. If you look at the aesthetic of it, it was really kind of rustic and so that gave me very much older vibes. But from the,
you know what? If you are sending people on the road, wouldn't you think that you would have better technology?
Right. Because they're using VHS tapes. It's like dated technology.
That's hilarious.
Right.
I just literally just thought of that. But this movie is it stars Winston Duke, who plays Will. And excuse me if I mispronounce her name. Her name is Zazie Beetz, she plays Emma.
Yeah.
And Bill
Skarsgard.
Thank you for saying that, because I would have messed that all the way up as Kane. And my big homeboy Benedict Wong, I really love what he adds to films nowadays, because he was in Spider-Man. Spider-Man, and not Spider-Man, but
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
there you go.
He was in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but so I'm like, man, this is extra wild to have such a cast.
Yeah. Very different. They're all very different types of actors, I feel like, and they really blended them together very nicely.
All right. So what's your overall thoughts on the storyline of the movie?
So overall, I love the concept. I love the concept of showing basically that is it intermittent area of where a soul is before they are able to be born or experience life. I love that because I feel like a lot of people don't really know what happens to us or have even an idea of maybe where we go when we're not in a physical body.
Right.
So that was super dope. But as it progresses, one, it was a slow movie. It was really slow.
Absolutely.
It was super slow, but it was a good movie, and that's what kept me kind of intrigued. But as you go along, I'm like, okay, this is nice. But outside of focusing on Bill Skarsgard character and Zaz's character, mm-hmm. They the other storylines, I'm like, this, we really didn't, I didn't care for it. The more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't really feel like I cared to know anything about those other souls, because I felt like from up front, they kind of mirrored it, that we could tell that Bill Skarsgård and Zazie were going to be the main two focuses.
Right.
Until the end of it. So when we actually start to see the other souls get their going away experience, I really did like that.
Right.
Because he was able to really give them as much of a realistic physical experience as they were gonna get, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then the ending, ending, and I don't want to like give too much away right now since we're not there, but I really did like the like theatricalness of it. Like it honestly made me almost want to cry a little bit because I was just like, wow, this person who was like a hard shell of a person this whole movie realized like, oh my gosh, like I need to look for the beauty in life and maybe not focus so much on the negative or the bad things that are happening.
Now that right there is an interesting takeaway.
Yeah.
So you took something from that movie and applied it to your actual life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like I started therapy shortly after we started the podcast and like watched this movie and everything. And one of the things that like she has me doing is basically writing something that I'm grateful for to counteract all of my anxiety and bad thoughts that maybe are filtered through my brain. And I've been doing that, and it really has helped me kind of stay focused and stay on the objective that like I am here to experience this. Like I am a soul in a physical body who is here to experience life, and life is not meant to make me hard or make me cold and make me not want to move in love. Like that's not what the intention is.
Or okay, so I can add a little bit of salt and pepper to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would say life is not meant to cause you to forget your purpose here.
That too, absolutely. Because I think a lot of people do get clouded by the chaos in life that it knocks them off of their track.
Oh yeah, because you can be exhausted.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's what I like to see with Will's character as the movie progresses. He is like a hard shell of a person. He didn't have the greatest experience when he lived. He didn't watch the greatest experiences while he was in this intermittent area.
Right.
So he became biased and hard and cold.
How do you think it was shot? Like as far as from a camera person's perspective, or I would say a viewer's perspective.
I like the way it was shot for the most part. I just feel like
a lot of it was a little bit on the dark side.
It was on the dark side, absolutely. Because really the only parts that we really seen light were when they were walking out like into that dusty area. Other than that, they were in dark rooms with TVs or dim lights.
So do you feel like that was intentional? And did that affect the mood of the story?
I think it was intentional for inside of his little house space that he was like conducting the interviews in, yes.
Okay, so how did it being dark in there compare to how Will related to the other characters?
Think about Will's energy, right?
Okay.
For the most part, the movie is shot in the house. And for the most part, Will is in this like really dark, pessimistic type of energy.
Okay.
Boom. We get to the end, and Will is having this breakthrough
That's
moment.
outside.
But it's outside and it's bright.
It's
so
bright and
it's
it's free,
showing.
it's
so
flowy.
The lights are showing like a contrast and playing into the energies and emotions that they're also experiencing.
All right. See, look at you drawing compare. Look at that. Giving the people what they want. All right. So as far as the actors' performances, this is a time where you get a chance to grade how you feel the actors portrayed the character.
I think Zazie did amazing
at
portraying a new soul.
Okay.
Like she had a very childlike look at the way things
She was giving me Lenny Kravitz's daughter vibes.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Zoe Kravitz.
There, yeah. She was giving me them vibes.
Yeah, so I think that she bodied her character because when we think of like kids and maybe how they view these big topics in life, they don't really understand all of it quite yet. And that's kind of how she was. And he wanted her to understand it and kept trying to like push her to have a certain mindset and a certain thought process. She's just like, I don't know. Like, you know, I'm just here experiencing it.
Right. Okay.
But then when you go to Bill Skarsgard's character, he was maybe not like a bad person.
Yeah, it was Kane in the movie.
Yes, yep. Kane in the movie. So he was like maybe not a bad person, but he was definitely more of like aggressive person who was kind of like, I feel like almost moved in ego.
Okay.
And ultimately, I feel like that's why Will kind of, you know, stuck with him. But it's like almost showing like seasoned adult versus like childlike wonder, and that's how like I'm kind of comparing their two like, energy.
All right. So as far as the actors' performances, in regard to how I felt about it, I didn't feel like that there was any drop off as far as that was concerned. As far as portraying the character or people making me feel like that this person that the characters did not belong. I felt like they all gelled together.
Yeah, they did.
All right. So what's your give me a personal or overall review of the movie? Like, would you recommend it?
I would recommend it.
All right.
But not to everyone.
Okay.
Because I don't think that some people consciously are there to understand it. They will be watching it like, what is happening?
So maybe you would recommend it, but you would say, hey, keep an open mind.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like now they're trying to make art and entertainment around these questions that we have about our existence.
Did this not toe the line on sci-fi kind of?
I mean, kinda, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, technically, they weren't born yet, so they're not on Earth, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another nugget I didn't really consider.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's time to dive into some reviews. Has any of the people watching, have they seen the film?
Has anybody on this live seen the movie 9 Days at all? I had asked about it earlier, and I don't think anybody responded. But if you have, I would really like to hear your input on it. So drop a comment.
Yeah, all right. So I would like to take some time to take a look at the reviews. It's actually a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 4 out of 5 on Rolling Stone.
Okay.
And here a little bit of the commentary there. 5 unborn souls go through a 9-day interview to see who will be selected for life on Earth. This must be one of the most well-done movies I have seen this year. The writing, the story, message, lighting, cinematography, cast and acting all aligned to deliver an emotional and beautiful film.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay, this person really was touched by that. That was a 5-star review. All right, another 5-star review here. Wonderful piece of storytelling. The writer gave his cast a script and dialogue with which the actors could break their traditional cookie-cutter Hollywood blockbuster bonds and give a spectacular performance. You know, yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. So there's a lot of 5-star reviews on here.
I keep trying to like click into the reviews and it's not trying to let me do it, but
Hey, no problem. All right. So it looks like overall it's a pretty decent film, based on people that have watched it and reviewed it.
And that's like the same type of response that I got as well when I was watching the guy's YouTube. He was very much like, he's saying, like, he was like, I'm not going to say, like, this is one of my favorite movies, but it definitely was a very emotional and, like, deep movie.
All right. So just to let you guys know that the 9 Days film, once again, is rated R, so not for the kiddos. Mm-hmm. It's a fantasy drama film. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes. It was released in 2020. It's available on Starz, YouTube with a primetime subscription, Hulu, Sling, Amazon Prime Video, Philo, Google Play Movies, Apple TV, Redbox, Vudu, and YouTube TV. So that's where you can catch this one at. All right. So, like we said before, please let us know if you've watched the film, even if it's after this recording, and drop a comment in the comment section letting us know how we did, how was the movie, and what you thought. All right. Please give us your thoughts and comments below. Please like, share, subscribe. And that is it for today. My name is Al, and you are?
Watching the Stellar Minds podcast.
That is correct. Keep watching. All right.